Christmas if you don't know it. So Merry Christmas to all the people of Stone TV. And also, we got to make the gains. We got to go and lift. But that's for the next video. Let's see. We're going to wait a little bit. Let some people, hop on before we start getting into all the good stuff. Make sure we got all the comments on the right buttons. But let's see. Today's training. I'm split right now. It's either might be a recovery lift, might be a medium lift. It might actually be somewhere in between. We're gonna see how everything feels and then take it from there. Still with the training program, still kind of experimenting with some new exercises, seeing what I think will be good to add, what I think will be, not as much of a benefit. So far, there's a couple movements that I think will have a lot of carryover from the weights to the table. But let's see. I wonder how today's live's gonna go. I never done one on Christmas. Could go one of either a couple ways. Could be super busy, or could be not so busy. Everyone's got stuff going on. And if they don't, I'm sure the Chinese restaurant is open, just like in that movie. Well, let's see. Let's see. Now, we'll see. We can talk about matches, but the problem is, a couple more people reached out to me about matches down the road. You know, um, 3-4 months out, something like that. But everyone would like to keep things private, you know, until the match is, locked in and people sign contracts, if there's any contracts or anything like that. What do you guys get for Christmas? You guys get anything good for Christmas? I got some nice stuff. Let's see. Anybody get one of those what is it, the BB guns from the movies, from that movie, the Red Ryder BB gun? Is that what it was? Anybody get one of those? Oh, Carolyn, she says, Merry lift miss Nick. Merry lift miss to you too. It's gonna be a good day. I'll be in the gym eventually. Carolyn says, let's like and share, friends. Thank you very much, Carolyn. Everyone listen to Carolyn. She knows what she's talking about. So it's 10:43 right now. I'll be in the gym pretty soon. I mean, 20, 30 minutes, something like that at least. Um, Galen, you get anything from Santa? You get any big presents? Any, or maybe you didn't open them yet? I got some nice warm socks. I got a case of bangs, so that was nice, and I got a new hoodie, so we'll have a nice one and one that we'll wear in the gym. Let's see. Since it's Christmas, maybe you can ask a Christmas question. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Josh is normally the movie guy, but today I'm asking the movies questions. Let's see. Kaylin says, "Wonderful, Nick. I'm finally moving stuff off my rack to put the table near the cage and get the side pressure lift going today. Lord willing." That's awesome. I definitely think we'll be able to do it. Got to get them gains in. You know, I'm excited. Let's see. Ash says, "What's up, man? What's up, man?" Brian says, "Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas." Oh, I think I skipped a couple. The chats are moving. I missed a couple. Let me go up a little bit. Kellen says, "That's awesome, Nick. Very thoughtful, warm socks in case of a bang. Love it. Absolutely. It's a good deal. We got a whole bunch of good flavors." Ash says, "I sub, bro, and like." Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Hope if anyone's wondering what the Facebook is or the Instagram is, Nightbot put the link to the Facebook and the Instagram. And speaking of that, if you guys are interested in the Team Stone merchandise, like I just happen to have some stuff with me right here. We got the Team Stone straps. This just happened to be the first thing I grabbed. Oh, I forgot the camera's over here. Team Stone strap, nice buckle, and very, very long. In case any of your friends have, fat hands from arm wrestling. We got the corn cob handles. We got two colors right now, pink and blue. We got I'm actually wearing, I think I got this first year's on. This is the second edition though. Turtle Man 2 t-shirts. These go for 30 and 100% of the money is given to the Turtle Man charity. And let's see. We also got the Team Stone t-shirts. Nice Team Stone. So if you're a member, you'll be able to use your member discount 5% on all of the stuff I showed you except for the Turtle Man t-shirt because that's for charity. The Turtle Man charity. But let's see. Ash says, "Merry Christmas, bro." Merry Christmas to you, man. I appreciate that. Kalen says, "Thanks, Nick. I started lifting again at gym last night. After 10 days, I got my wrist tore up at work. Thankful to STONEtv, motivation, and feeling of gains." I'm glad you're back in the gym, Kalen. That's what I like to hear. I appreciate that. And let's see. Any translators? Any translators in the chat that could let me know what let's see. I'm not even sure what your name is. But let's call you M for short. I appreciate the little smiley face. I know what that means. I could definitely tell I could read the emojis, so that's a win. Maybe that's how you say it, Carolyn. Muku. Yeah, Muku sounds better than M. So that's a nice one. Let's see. S12 Vlog says, "Hi, bro. Can you check my art?" Maybe. I'm not. What needs to be checked? Is it need to be checked off if it's arty enough? But I would happen to. I've been known as an artiste. At least I think so. Yeah, maybe if I remember, I'll check out your profile. Maybe get some of your stuff posted up there. Kaylin says, "My mom sent me money and I bought a water purifier for faucet. Best gift ever. Water of Gains." Absolutely, that's awesome. No more, all the bad stuff in there. Friend says, "Bad Santa." And it says, "My fam has dark humor." Yeah, that was a good movie. That's one of those Christmas movies you could watch all year round because it's a comedy movie. It's a good one. Did you happen to see the second one? Because I know they made a second one, which was pretty good, but it's hard to compete with the original. Let's see. Kaylin says, "And share, friends." Absolutely. Oh, like and share. A little thumbs up means like. I see. Definitely appreciate that, Carolyn. Everyone listen to Carolyn. Let's see. Looks like we got 5 people. We got 4 thumbs up. Maybe we can make it a nice, even 5-5. So let's see. Kaylin says, "Nick, you got a nice Christmas scene behind you. The kind we take for granted, but nowhere else in the world so beautiful trees I ever saw." Oh yeah, they're the old the old yard Christmas trees. But yeah, definitely is nice when they got look nice right now, but they look even more nicer and when they got more of their leaves on them and stuff, their pine needles. Whoop, definitely getting there. Actually, I gotta take one of them down. The last rainstorm river last week um, loosened up the ground, and a couple trees just pulled out of the soil. Actually, just one, I think, just one. Um, so, if anyone needs any firewood, let me know. So let's see. Kalen says, "Nick, have you watched your match with Chance this AM with a cooler head and reviewing the great details of your epic battle?" Ah, thank you very much, Kalen. I appreciate that. That definitely was an epic battle. Very, very epic. And I would say it's probably my most intense. I can't speak today for some reason. Must be all the brownies I ate before. I must have like a sugar buzz or something. But definitely was my most intense match. Yeah, it must be those brownies. That's what that's what it is. Oh, Kalen says Josh is slacking. I messaged him. LOL. Yeah, it's all right. You know he's probably just hanging out with his family. But that's good fun. I get the joke. But Maybe he's sleeping in. Maybe he's sleeping in. Maybe he was so excited for Santa, he couldn't get to sleep, so he finally fell asleep early morning. So maybe he's still sleeping. But I kind of really didn't give him too much of a heads up. I think I messaged him. I think I texted him. I'm like, hey, if you're around in a couple minutes, I'm gonna go live. So maybe there's still time. We're only 15 minutes in. Maybe he will. Maybe we'll hop on. Well, actually, we'll have to make a new live if that happens, but definitely doable. It's definitely doable. Let's see. Kalen says, epic Nick. I see Marcio match highlights. It was epic. I can't wait for yours. It is nuts and it's going to bring the gains. Absolutely. I'm excited to see it too. Um, they got a good team of guys. The Natty Bros. I know Tom did the recording. I'm not sure if he's doing the editing or not, or if it's the other gentleman that was with them. I forgot his name. Not Mark, the other guy. And you're talking to one of the guys that right here. This guy remembers everyone's name. And I've never forgotten anyone except for that one. At least if I remember. But let's see. Carolyn says, I love it, Nick. LOL. Me too. It's a great time. The picture boy. What's up, man? He says, yo. The picture boy. Is that camera guy's long lost son? Maybe it is. I'll have to ask that camera guy 98 next time I see him. Let's see. Kalen says, question to all the friends in the chat. Says, dear friends, who is lifting today? I know I am. I know you are. I'm sure Brian is. I know Brian was in the chat. I would think. If not, he's definitely off the team. We gotta kick him off, but I'm sure he's gonna lift. But yeah, it's a good question. Who's lifting today? Let's see. The picture says, how are you? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. And he also says he might. So if you keep hanging out with us, the picture, you might see your pops one day on the screen, because he usually hops on the live with us. So you'll have to ask him. You have to keep on hanging out with us, and you have to ask him if that's true, because he used to travel a lot. So you never know. And then picture says, how are you? I'm doing good, man. How about yourself? So let's see. Watson says, go eat something. It's Christmas. The live can wait. I'll definitely appreciate that, but I'm way ahead of you. If you're wondering what I had for breakfast today, it was brownies. It was brownies. I had a bunch of brownies and some milk. So I appreciate that, but we're way ahead of you. Let's see. Kaylin says, Nick, yes, with the great paywall, yours will be released to the world. Absolutely. It's only a matter of time. No. Picture says no, never seen or heard of him. That's all right. Maybe we could do what's it called? Like a Jerry Springer episode of Stone TV, and we'll reunite with your long lost father. But we'll see. That will be determined on the next episode. Let's Let's see. I'm not sure how to say this name. Al Reds. What's up, man? He says, hi, I'm from Cancun, Mexico. Ah, very cool. Yeah, but the weather's nice down there right now. If I'm not mistaken, you might be the first person in our chats from Mexico. So that's awesome. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Let's see. Carolyn says Josh says he's with his daughter. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad he's having a good time with the family. Kaylin says, the picture boy, how's your Christmas going? Watson says, Christmas brownies sounds dope. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, man. I appreciate that. Brian says, training's going to be light. Left is still wrecked. LOL. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. I think it was that first hit, maybe. I mean, I think it was the whole entire training, but I think that first hit, well, I think you might remember. I mean, I felt it too. But I think that's what really flared everything up. Plus the following 2 hours of training. But that's good, man. The gains are coming. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'm glad. All right, so I'm glad. Picture we figured that out. He says, "No, I have a dad, but he isn't who you think he is." All right. So I'm sure Josh will be happy. That camera guy will be happy. He won't have to pay 18 years of child support. Let's see. Carolyn says, brownies, that's awful neat, Nick. I don't bake much anymore, but I have some bean brownies. Let's and they're good. I got to make some more. Oh, the bean brownies. I don't think I ever had one of those. That's interesting. And she says, I'm vegetarian, and it is a way I eat eggs, lol, in a cake only. That's a good exception. That's a good exception. Um, yeah, I never had a bean brownie, but that's interesting. So is it still like chocolate? Like still put like chocolate in it, just like instead of using. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Oh, I see what you're saying, Kalen. Awesome, not awful. Well, I still took it as a good thing. You know, like it was so neat. It was so much. It was like an awful amount, but it's so much. But that is interesting. Maybe all Reds is Al Reds. Is that your name? Is it Al Reds or is it all Reds? But either way, he says lovely weather. Absolutely. Kalen says, Brian, that's nuts. You guys do amazing volume. Yeah, we just banders. Well, you saw Carolyn. We just kind of just kept on moving, kept the rotation going. Red says, enjoy Christmas. Thank you very much. You too, man. Ram says, Josh celebrating Christmas. Yeah, he's having a good time. You know, 'tis the season. So that's good. Let's see. Picture says, good. I have a PC. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. Smith says, "Sup, Santa Claus Jr." How'd you know that? How'd you know my secret, man? Well, either way, we appreciate you having you here in the chat. Oh, you know what I've been doing? There's been a lot of new people in the chat, and I like to. I have a question we like to ask new people: is who is your favorite arm wrestler and why? Or if you're so new, you don't know. Maybe you didn't know arm wrestling was a real sport. Arm wrestling's a real sport, so maybe you got some questions. So let me know if you got any questions about arm wrestling. And if you got an answer to the first part, who's your favorite arm wrestler and why? Let's see. Ryan says it was definitely that hit, bro. Yeah, that was a good one. I kind of put my, not super, I didn't, let's see, I kind of put my frame in the center, you know what I mean? Versus, I'm sure as we started training, I started putting more of, like the pronator, elbow flexor muscles instead of the bone, if that made sense. Let's see, the chat moved. I just got to figure out where we left off. Smith says, "Hello, chat. Merry Christmas, folks. Merry Christmas." Kaylin says, "How's your right wrist feeling, Nick?" It's feeling pretty good. Let's see, I don't know if you guys could hear it. Just it's painless. I just once in a while, like when you see me pop it in the gym, it's not like locked, but I could feel like the pressure in the joint kind of makes it a little more challenging to move it. So once I pop that pressure out, it feels fine. But yeah, there's actually there's no pain. That's I just keep on grabbing it just to release some of that pressure in there. But I appreciate that, Kaylin. That's nice here. Right now, what's bothering me the most is my right elbow and my right shoulder. That's what's nothing crazy, like no injuries. The elbow was mostly from the match. Um, the elbow ligaments. That's what I think it is. No injury. I just think they got stretched. You know what I mean? So like a minor pull, but everything's still connected, so that's good. Let's see. Picture says the picture boy is my username. Just made it up. All right, that's nice. It's got a nice ring to it. Kind of reminds me of like the paper boy. We were talking about that video game the other day, the old school one. Cameron says that camera guy can't catch a break. That's all right. He's good with rolling with the punches, and and taking the good with the bad. Because when there's bad, there's always some good in it. Vice versa. Oh, you know what I saw today, which I wish I had my phone on me because I would have taken a video and shown you guys. But if you're wondering why you haven't gotten presents from Santa, it's because his sleigh must be broken. I saw him on a dirt bike, Santa Claus on a dirt bike, riding down the street this morning. So he's running a little late, but he's still on the way. Yeah, it was funny. It was like 5 or 6 in the morning. I just happened to be out, and I hear the dirt bike. In my area, people ride dirt bikes on the road and stuff like that. But today, it just happened to be Santa Claus riding a dirt bike. Let's see. So Kaylin says, yes, cocoa powder for the bean brownies is 4 cups, pinto beans, 3 eggs, and honey. I bought myself a gallon of maple syrup as I don't use sugar. I'll send a pic, make some more, and make a real Nick. The thing about it is, Let's see. Then she says, made the bean brownies in the food processor after making tofu hummus. LOL. I like easy, fast, and loose baking. That's what I'm talking about. And let's see. She says, yeah, I was heavy handed with cocoa powder, about a cup, and I watered it down to pure pourable with cold coffee to bake the brownies. Ah, that sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. Let's see. Ham Hoagie, what's up, man? He says, Merry Christmas, big guy. Hope Team Stone is feeling strong and having a good one today. Oh, thank you very much, Ham Hoagie. Yeah, definitely feeling strong. It's going to be a good one. Started the morning off right. I don't know if you heard it, but I saw Santa Claus on a dirt bike flying down the street this morning. So if you're missing presents, that's why. He's running a little late. He must have sleigh problems. Or hopefully didn't lose a reindeer or something. Let's see. Brian says Chief said in the group chat, potluck at the dungeon Saturday, bro. Oh, very cool, very cool. Yeah, I remember Chief told me we'd have a little Christmas party, but he also told me not to tell anybody. Well, hold on, I should rephrase that. He told me only to tell the cool people, um, something like that, in a Chief way. Reason why he told me not to tell people is because of the dungeon. He didn't want the dungeon to collapse with a million people in, the second story. That's the reason why. Um, but if you're watching this and if you know where the dungeon is, like if you know how to get there without asking for the address, then you are one of the people that Chief would like to have over at the Christmas party. Just make sure you bring a little something. I know Chief usually makes chili. He usually makes chili, and I think that's usually what Chief makes. He usually has like a crock pot full of chili. So bring whatever, I guess. Whatever goes good with chili, which is pretty much everything. Okay, let's just Santa on the dirt bike, LOL. Yeah, it's too bad my phone, if I didn't have my phone yet, I could have gotten a video of that. That would have been a good one. Let's see. Carolyn says Ham Hoagie. I loved Wade Roberts' match, and I watched it again last night. Epic match. Yeah, that was an epic one. That definitely was. Ham Hoagie says, thanks, Carolyn. Same to you. And Merry Christmas, everyone. Absolutely. Ham Hoagie says, yeah, good pools. I wasn't that surprised because Wade was feeling strong prior to the show. Absolutely. I haven't pulled Wade in uh, maybe 6 months. Could be longer. But yeah, he was feeling real strong. I think the last time I pulled him was at one of Steve's events during the after pull. But yeah, he's super strong. Definitely is. What's up, dog? What's going on, man? I know you're just hopping on, but we were talking about Santa Claus on a dirt bike this morning when I walked out of the house. Santa Claus was on a dirt bike flying down the street. So he's running late, but it ain't gonna stop him. What's up, dog? Says Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, man. It's a good one. It's gonna be a good one. I just noticed. Thank you very much, guys, for the thumbs up. It looks like we got double the thumbs up as people, so thank you very much. It definitely helps out with the old YouTube algorithm. Now, I don't understand the algorithm, but I know it's important for a YouTuber. Carolyn says, the sup dog, hey buddy, how's it going? Did you get some Christmas Eve lifting in? That's a very good question. Did you get a chance to get the gains in yet, sup dog? And sup dog says, got my daughter on the lucky ones January 10th. Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool. I'm gonna have to. And you guys, what time is it? What time do you guys go live? What time does Lucky go live? It's like 8 p.m. or something, 9 p.m. maybe. January 10th. Is that a Saturday? If I'm not mistaken, I think Lucky goes live around 8 p.m. maybe. But yeah, let me know if you know what times. I definitely like to watch that. That'd be a good one. Sup dog says you got a little lifting in. That's great. Got to keep the gains flowing. Carolyn says 10 p.m. I think. Okay, maybe it is 10 p.m. I could definitely see it 10 p.m. I'll have to mark it in the calendars. Ham Hoagie says, sup dog, that's awesome. It definitely is. And sup dog says, I'll keep you guys posted. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. You know, a little friendly reminder. Definitely help out big time. So let's see. It's probably been about Nightbot should be posting the Facebook and the Instagram. If you guys shoot me a friend request, just make sure you shoot me a message too. This way, I know we're friends. Sometimes it's hard to tell, from the name, who the the YouTube name versus the Facebook name. Let's see. Kaylin says, "Hey Nick, I sent you something via Cash App for the table gains." Oh, thank you very much, Kaylin. Thank you very much. That's awesome. I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, definitely got to go down and get a phone tomorrow because it's been. It's been like at least a week, I think. Like a blast from the past, not having a phone. But it's about time we get back to the present, and get the old cell phone. Kaylin says, let's like and share, friends. Thank you very much, Kaylin. I definitely appreciate that. I definitely appreciate you sharing all the videos too as well. It definitely helps. Nope, if anyone was wondering what the Facebook was or the Instagram was, Nightbot put it in right there. So feel free to shoot me a friend request, but also shoot me a message so I know it's you guys. Let's see. Kaylin says live daily since July, sharing the gains. Thank you so much for all you do and continue to do for the community, Nick. Everyone getting the gains. Oh, thank you very much, Kaylin. I appreciate that. And that's the way it goes. You got to get the gains, mega gains. That's with 3 Z's. Sup dog says gonna get a Moto R. Was that Razor Moto Moto Razor flip phone? That's funny that you say that because I was actually I was looking at some of those flip phones because some of them you can still get like GPS and even Facebook on them. I was gonna maybe get one of those flip phones for like phone calls and texting or GPS, and then maybe use Josh gave me a phone, and then new guy Nick gave me a phone. So maybe I'll use just those. Maybe I still can't use them. Like you still have to go down to the store and set them up. But maybe I'll use those two as the cameras, like recording and cameras. Oh, and also too, if I wanted those flip phones, the only thing I didn't look at about those flip phones, if they have a hotspot, where you can hit the button, and then you can use your phone as like a Wi-Fi router thing. That could be interesting. But let's see. Kaylin says the motto I got a 2022, and the battery is amazing. Yeah, there's definitely some pros. Plus, I think those phones are a little tougher than the touch screens. Um, I haven't had good luck with technology recently, but that's what happens when you got fat fingers. Sometimes you crush the screen. Remember what I was saying before about the take the good with the bad and the bad with the good? You know, those fat fingers are good for arm wrestling, not so much texting on the touch screens. Harish says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. Carolyn says, a Model G Power 2022, and I use it for a hotspot all the time. I have a plastic cover over the back, drop it all the time, but it is touchscreen. Oh, that's interesting. So it's a flip phone and it's touchscreen. So that's interesting. Subdog says, I think I'm allergic to tech. Yeah, man, it's tough out there. You get like, hives, and then the next thing you know, your screen is half working. That's the way it goes. Harish says, you look like Hulk. I appreciate that. I'm just missing the green tint, but don't worry, that's why I got this Turtle Man shirt on. And if you want to look as good as I do, you want to look Hulkish, you definitely can get yourself a Turtle Man 2 t-shirt. Now, if you become a member, like I said before, this is the only merchandise that is not, the discount is not applied to, and that's because 100% of the money from the t-shirts, from the Turtle Man t-shirts, is given to the Turtle Man charity. I still am surprised we still have them. First year we sold out within a couple hours. Let's see. Carolyn says, yeah, unlimited hotspot all the time. I have no Wi-Fi and I use Visible. That's good to know. Yeah, the hotspot, that'll make a big difference. Subdog says, oh, I missed one. Carolyn says, Nick, it's not a flip phone. That I have. Oh, okay, all right. Subdog says, Carolyn knows what's up. Definitely true. James, what's up, man? James Clark's in the house. Let's see. Carolyn says to James, hey, James, I see you did something to Chance when he walked to his match with Nick as you were laughing. You did a little Jedi mind tricks before the match. That's what I'm talking about. And Carolyn says, James, what's up? You got some Christmas Eve lifts in? I bet he does. Is that true, James? Did you get your Christmas lifts in yet? Oh, James says, LOL, I don't remember. So he must have just been in the zone. Must have been saying some crazy stuff. Well, that's good. That's why we like you. Let's see. Sai, what's up, man? He says, love the Bass Pro Shop hoodie. Oh, thank you very much. Carolyn says, James, I was eyeing that flat bar last night for rows, but just put weight on it and curled. That sounds like gains to me. James says, no lifting for me. Pulled something in my stomach while benching, so resting for now. That stinks. What, you pull an ab muscle? You pull an ab muscle, or you think it's something deeper? Hopefully, it's not like a hernia or something. That'd stink. Hopefully, it's just like a pulled ab or something. Let's see. Carolyn says, Nick, yeah, the more I see your match like this morning, I see new details. LOL. Oh, that's awesome. I got to go back and watch it a couple more times. See those details that you're talking about. James says, hoping it's not another hernia. Yeah, that would stink. That would definitely stink. How'd you hurt it when you were pulling the weight off? Is that when you hurt it on from the rack to the starting position? Because I would think that would be when most of the where most of the stress would be on the abs is that starting position, that pullover to get into the bench press. Well, as long as there's no no bumps or anything, should be good. I mean, I'm no doctor, but I've been called Dr. Nick before. So I got faith. I got faith in you. We should be good. Subdog says we got a foot of snow yesterday, so I'll be shoveling for a bit. I'll be listening. All right, man. Good luck with that snow. That's a good amount of snow. We got like nothing left here. We got a little bit of some spots where it just happened to be thicker in some spots. But good luck with that snow. Let's see. Kalen says, "Good to hear you resting, James. I'm sure it won't be long. My first day back after 10 days hurt my wrist at work. Someone tore it right to shreds, but the gains help the healing. Absolutely, definitely does. The gains are good. When you're stronger, you heal faster, and those recovery workouts definitely help you heal faster. So it's a win-win. Let's see. James says I was doing high reps with 225, 4 set, 14th or 15 rep, and going up was a struggle and felt it start to tear apart. That's interesting. That is interesting. Where in your abs was it? Was it lower abs in the middle near your belly button, or is it near your rib cage, near your stomach? That's interesting. Carolyn says, "Sup, dog? That's what's up, bro. Hope you have a snowblower. I hope he does too. What? When he's done with the snow, maybe we'll be in the gym lifting, and we'll be able to let us know." James says, "Thank you, Carolyn, on the fast recovery." Absolutely, fast recovery. Let's see. Carolyn says, "That's awful to hear." And she says, "That's right, Nick. Absolutely." And James says, "The lower ab." The old lower ab. I wonder, James, do you remember when you were struggling with that last couple of reps? Were you like, if your hips were twisting a lot, or were they? I'm just thinking out, and I'm just curious, thinking out loud. Like, were you twisted real heavy? Was one hip lower, and were you driving kind of twisty, or maybe your legs were loose? Maybe I'm just curious if you notice any kind of abnormal body position when you started struggling with those last couple reps. Fishing Patriot, what's up, man? He says, I blew my intestines out my belly button 2 years ago. Had to keep pushing it back in. Haha, finally got surgery. I'm glad that no more, the intestines are finally staying in, because I'm pretty sure that's where they're supposed to be. But yeah, it's no fun. It definitely stinks. That's a quick way to turn an innie into an outie belly button. That is funny. But I'm glad you're doing better. Carolyn says, let's like and share, friends. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Carolyn. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, remember to hit that thumbs up button. Definitely helps out the channel. Let's see, James says it was normal benching, nothing out of the norm. I usually do much heavier, so I was surprised it happened at all. Yeah, that is interesting. But hopefully it's just like a little pull, a little pull. I don't know. I don't know how low in the ab you're talking about, but it might even be the hip flexor. Maybe it's a hip flexor, which I would think would be a little better than the abs. But I got faith. I got faith in you, James. That you're a smart guy. You know how to train, get stronger again. And I'm sure everyone else has faith in you too. James says, deficient patriot. Been there, done that. That's why I'm worried. Yeah, I could definitely understand that. Must be those brownies I eat still stuck in my throat. Carolyn says, Nick, I tried to do sailor's lift with the V handle pull-ups hang. I couldn't do it for 1 second even, and felt like I would give myself a hernia upper stomach. Sailor has me totally beat there. Yeah, she was. I don't know if you saw that live, but she was saying she couldn't do a pull-up, and then next thing you know, she did 3 sets. But Carolyn, if you'd like to do those pull-ups, and you say you can't even hold yourself right now, what I would say is you have a couple options. If you can, so get that pull-up bar with the V grip, and what you want to do is take a bench or a step or something underneath the bar. So what you'll do is you'll step up to the bar to the top with your legs. You help yourself up with your legs. You'll slowly let go and you'll do the negative all the way down, and then you'll repeat with the leg. You help yourself up with that stepper and repeat. So you're just focusing on the slow negative. If that is too much still, that's not a problem. You could either, there's a couple ways you could do it from there. You could either take a band, tied to the top of the rack, and you could either put your knee in it, or if you need more, you could put your foot in it. It will stretch the band out. If you don't have bands, you could do the similar thing with the stepper. So remember the first exercise I was talking about with the step, but this time, instead of taking your feet off completely, you'll keep one on, and you'll use one leg, maybe two, to help you up. And then, instead of you help use your legs a little bit to help yourself up. Those are a couple options if you still want to do those exercises. So at one point I wasn't able to do pull-ups either. So how I started to be able to do pull-ups is I did the bench thing where, you'd step up, hold it for as long as you can. If you couldn't hold it, you just go as slow as you can down, 5 to 10 reps, maybe something like that. Even if it's 1 rep, even if you're just doing 1 rep to start, that's perfectly fine. But it will definitely build up over time. So I would say if you want to try those exercises, if you want to do that V grip pull up, definitely try those exercises, and you'll build your way up to the full exercise. Sup Dog says I got flabs. Hey, usually it's good for arm wrestling. Those flabs they usually do pretty good in arm wrestling. So let's see. Kaylin says, "Me too, Nick. James is the chairman and knows what's up. Probably too soon, and feeling raw, James. Yeah, he'll heal up. He'll definitely heal up." So James says, "You guys get anything good for Christmas?" Yeah, I definitely did. I got a whole bunch of these. I got a big case of these. The Bangs. So if Bangs watching, we're looking for sponsorships. We could always use some more cases. I got some nice warm socks. Oh, and I also got I'm gonna try these out later in the gym. Got some nice warm gloves. Gonna try these out. So it's gonna be good. How about you? You get anything good, James? You get anything good? So let's see. Kaylin says, "James, I threw some money in the make the pins line great again." And we definitely appreciate that. Thank you, Kaylin. Fishing Patriot says, "Yeah, not fun. Haha, only hurt when I actually tore it, but felt like it was in my bladder. Weird enough." Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely weird. Um, let's see. I forgot the name, the type of hernia. I forgot the type of. There's like different types. When I was younger, when I was powerlifting, the first time I pulled 800, it was right underneath the top of the rib cage. I forgot the name of it. Um, but it's like when your stomach, actually part of your stomach breaks through or something like that. But it only bothered me that one time, so I didn't need surgery, so that was good. But if anyone remembers the name of that type of hernia, let me know because I can't remember the name. James says, "Hi, good investment, Carolyn." Definitely is, definitely is. And she says, "James, yes, you know what's up." Carolyn says, "I tagged you because your description is always needed and respected." Absolutely. Let's see. Carolyn says, "Thanks so much, Nick. I will clip that part. Thanks for explaining fully." Absolutely. I know you'll put in the hard work, so I'm excited to see the end result. Mega gains. Brian says the resistant band for assistant helps a lot too. It definitely does. Brian says, "I was thinking last night we should do some seal rows for a finisher Sunday just for burnout." That's funny. That's funny that you say that because I was thinking the same thing. We could definitely do high reps. What I was thinking is going for heavy isometrics, you know, or well, if we can get the bar to the top of the bench, it'll be an isometric when you're pulling off the bar. But if you can't touch the bar, it's a static. But I was thinking about. It's funny they say that. I was thinking the same thing. Add some seal rows back. Carolyn says seal rows, awesome, Brian. Definitely true. Carolyn says hashtag 800. Definitely true. Definitely true. I think I have that video where I actually pulled that 800 and you can see me grab my stomach. I think it's on my Instagram. I think maybe Facebook from years ago, but it's out there somewhere. Harish says, "Man, are you a wrestler?" So that's a great question. I'm an arm wrestler. Do a little arm wrestling, a little arm bending. Um, if you don't know, this is an arm wrestling channel, so we like to talk about arm wrestling games. Since it's Christmas, we've been talking about lots of Christmas stuff, but mostly we like to talk about arm wrestling. So, Harish, who is your favorite arm wrestler and why? Or maybe you never heard of arm wrestling as as an actual sport, maybe. So maybe you got some questions. So feel free to ask. Brian says it came to me when we had the back pressure battle and the strap. That is funny because that might be the same exact moment I had that thought. That is very interesting. But I know what you're talking about. I remember that. Like it was only Tuesday. Like it was only like this past Tuesday. Good times. Good times. Carolyn says ISO freaking metrics. Can't wait to see these and copy them. Hashtag zeros. Absolutely. It's going to be some mega gains. Absolutely mega gains. Let's see. Let's see. Ryan says, hello. Great minds think alike. Definitely true. Definitely true. I could have said it better myself. I'm hoping that the dungeon, usually when there's food at the dungeon, all the people show up. People you haven't seen since the last Christmas party show up. So I'm hoping it's a big practice. We'll find out when we get there. I should have I should have the phone by Saturday. I mean, unless the schedule gets crazy, but I don't think so. Usually it's super slow around Christmas. Carolyn says, "Wow, that will be super fun at the dungeon." It definitely will. It definitely will. Kaylin says, "What about your car, Nick? Any news?" So I haven't taken it to a different shop yet. So still in the same situation. Um, but I still don't think it need. Like I still don't think the last shop told me it needs a new motor. I still don't think that's the case. But don't worry, it's only a matter of time before we get the Black Pearl going again. And if you're wondering what the Black Pearl is, that's what I call the car. It's been pretty good to me. The car's been pretty good to me. This is only the second time I've ever had a problem with it, in was it 8, 9 years or something. Um, so it's been pretty good. But let's see. Let's see. Absolutely, Carolyn says, "Awesome, Nick. Only a matter of time." Absolutely, only a matter of time. I'm looking at it right now, and it's saying the same thing. Only a matter of time. You guys, you guys like to name your vehicles, or do you guys just call them car and truck? So I've at least half of the vehicles I've had kind of kind of named themselves. Let's see. James says, "Bring it to the dealership, brother. They will have the best idea, and sometimes they are cheaper than other shops." Um, yeah, I definitely can see that. The dealership where I'm from, I'm definitely not going there. I went last time I went there. Well, actually, I didn't. They gave me a quote for brakes. So just brake pads, they wanted like 2,500 for just like a normal brake job. So I've been steering clear of that place. Um, I know there's another dealership probably about 40 minutes away. Um, so maybe I could tow it down there or something. But we'll see. We'll see. Um, I got. What I might end up doing is one of my buddies, uh, before he moved, used to help me out with all the car stuff. He lives, in New York somewhere. So, and he has a shop. So if he has time, maybe I'll tow it down to his place. But I know it's tricky. That's a big tow. It's a far tow. But I definitely appreciate that, James. I definitely appreciate that. But I've been doing some research, so maybe it's only a matter of time before I become a master mechanic. Then I'll be able to help everyone else with their cars for a decent price. For a decent price. Kaylin says I got my '97 Danger Ranger, but I love my Chevy Colorado '07 four-wheel drive. Gets me to my beloved gym and swim an hour away. It's in the shop now, and I'm hoping they fix it. And they say it's a minor thing either way. Yeah, you gotta. Those are both nice trucks. Um, I've never owned a Ranger, but I've driven a whole bunch of them. When I was younger, I had a buddy that was he was addicted to Rangers. He had like 12 of them, so they're definitely nice little trucks. But yeah, hopefully the shop gives you a nice Christmas present. They call you up and say, "Hey, just needed a tune-up or something." Hopefully that's all it is. Drew, what's up, man? Said just got up. What I miss? So, a whole bunch of stuff. First thing that comes to mind is this morning I saw Santa Claus riding down the street on a dirt bike. So he must be having some sleigh troubles, but that ain't stopping him. He must have either stole some kid's dirt bike or he had one in that in his present bag. James says if I was there, I would help. Absolutely, absolutely. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll take my car, up to you. I'll take it on the ferry. I'll take the tow truck and the car on the ferry, and we'll go right to your place, and we'll get it fixed up. That would be funny. That would be funny. Imagine, one day I show up at your house, knock on the door, and be like, "Today's the day, James." And there'd probably be a big camera in your face too, because you know how those dang YouTubers are. Always got the cameras going. Let's see. Let's see. James says Drew must live West Coast if he's waking up at this time. He definitely does. Maybe somewhere near Las Vegas, maybe. But not really much of a gambling person. But I would say near Las Vegas. Kaylin says, Nick, that's awesome. I love 12 Rangers. Definitely true. And most of them run. So that's even better. Brian says, I learned to drive in a Ranger. Ah, very nice. Oh, Drew said it right there. Vegas, baby. Allie the AI, what's up? She says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. And Drew says, also, I don't have a normal sleeping schedule. Yeah, I could definitely see that. One day you might, get an hour. The next day you might get 14 hours of sleep. But either way, glad you're here. Carolyn says, Nick, yes, I hope so too. It's a matter of will they make an effort and find parts? LO. I have faith it's only front end stuff Yeah, that'd be cool. Just the front end stuff shouldn't be too bad. Let's see. Let's see. James says it would be cheaper to buy a new car than it would be to tow to me. Definitely would. It definitely would. That is funny. So let's see. Kaylin says, Nick, I haven't seen any of the GoPro footage from Badger's Christmas party yet. If you see some, will you please share it? Yeah, I definitely will. My first thought with that is maybe the parents gave the kids a GoPro that just to make them like kind of give them something to do. But those GoPros might have been off, you know. But I don't know if you heard the story. I thought it was funny. I think I was talking to Badger, if I'm not mistaken. I was talking to Badger. We're at, we're like opposite sides of the table, so we're pretty close, and we're talking, and all of a sudden, from right in front of our face, the camera comes up right here, and I see the GoPro. I look down, and two little kids with GoPros getting the shots. But that is funny. What's up, Mike? Mike says, Happy Halloween, bro. LOL. It definitely is a merry Halloween. James says, I'm surprised you didn't video the Santa on a dirt bike. Good content right there. Yeah, I definitely should have, but I don't know if you heard or not. My phone peacefully went in its sleep, so we gotta get a new phone. Just been using this tablet pretty much. But I think tomorrow definitely gotta go down and get a new phone. But if I had a phone, I definitely would have gotten a shot because it was a good one. It was a good one. Flying down the road with the hat flapping, the beard flapping. Very majestic. Very merry. Oak, what's up, man? Appreciate that. He's with his family right now, enjoying Christmas. Maybe we'll get him on later with the old StreamYard. Maybe we can get a whole bunch of people on if anyone's around, wants to hop on later on. Get some lifting in. Brian says Yusuf put some footage out. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Oak says, and you need a new jumper. I don't even know what that is. What do you mean, like a jumper box for jumping vehicles? Maybe that's what you're talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You mean a jumper box? Like we got one of those already. Works pretty good. As long as it's not a bigger than a V6, it will start a dead battery. Carolyn says hoodie. So that's what a jumper must be. A hoodie. Carolyn says the Bass Pro hoodie is epic one day Smithsonian. It's I mean they've reached out to me, say, hey, can we have the hoodie, put it in a case, and I said I'm gonna at least need it for one more winter, so give me a call back summertime. Carolyn says Oak must be from UK. Ryan says the romper, LO. I'm pretty sure that's the stuff the chicks wear. So I hope that's not what he means. Because I ain't wearing that. Carolyn says she thinks the romper is funny. She thinks it's funny. It is funny in thought, that's all it's ever gonna be. That's good, clean fun. That is good, clean fun. Well, thank you very much, guys, for all those thumbs up. We're over double. We're over double the people we got in. We got double the thumbs up, so thank you very much. And remember, if you didn't hit that thumbs up, look something like this. Be greatly appreciated. Like I was saying before, we don't understand the YouTube algorithm, but we know it's important for the YouTube people. Let's see. Carolyn says, I put shorts on today so I don't sit down and keep moving. Getting uncomfortable to get the gains, everyone. Took a leaf out of the labyrinth. That's what I'm talking about. The labyrinth is definitely a cold one. But this is not a prank. It looks like tomorrow, I think tomorrow, we're gonna have some we're gonna install a propane heater. Let's see. I don't know how warm it will be in there, but it's definitely going to be better than the space heater, so I'm excited. Let's see. Kaylin says to Drew, what do you get yourself for Christmas, bro? That's a very interesting question. What did you get for Christmas, Drew? Anything cool? Some socks and some. I got some socks and gloves. I got a case of some Bang energy drinks. I had some brownies too. I got some brownies. That's what I had for breakfast. We still got a couple left. We'll save those for maybe after the workout, maybe dessert later on. Kevin says a propane heater. Wow, way to go, Nick. That's so awesome. Yeah, it definitely is. If we can get it warm enough where, when you start sweating, it doesn't freeze to your skin, that'd be awesome. That's the goal. Drew says, just another day for me. Ah, that's all right. That's a good day. And speaking of day, you get those gains in, Drew. Make sure you get those gains in. That's with 3 Z's, in case you're wondering. Kalen says, Drew, I hear you, bro. The best Christmas we got, though. STONEtv Christmas live stream from Nick and Team Stone Gains. Absolutely. I appreciate that, Carolyn. Thank you very much. Definitely is. I think this is my first Christmas live. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It's a good time. Let's see. I got about, maybe this much left. So whatever it takes me to drink, that's what will be here. So let me know if you guys got any questions. Any topics you guys want to talk about real quick. Arm wrestling, powerlifting, strength related. Since it's Christmas, we could talk about Christmas stuff. I don't know if you guys heard it or not. I asked in the beginning, what's your guys' favorite Christmas movie? I know we talked about it before, but maybe it changed. There's a whole bunch of good ones out there. Carolyn says, like button, friends, and share, please. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Carolyn. Listen to Carolyn, hit that like button, share the video. It definitely would help out a lot. That old algorithm thing we were talking about. Don't know what it is. I don't understand it, but we do know it's important for the YouTube stuff. But let's see. So after this video, I'm going to be in the gym doing a recovery lift. So if you guys, after this video, about maybe 20, 30 minutes, 15, 30 minutes probably, we'll be back in the gym. Once this video ends, we'll be lifting. So if you guys want to keep on hanging out, get the gains, maybe ask some arm wrestling questions, I'll be able to answer them, during my breaks in between sets. Kalen says, Nick, do you have any confirmed matches for the Dungeon Super Series yet? Or any other events happening apart from April 25th, Natty Bros? So nothing locked in yet for the Dungeon Super Series. It's only a matter of time. But we definitely are. We're talking around, setting things up. But nothing locked in. Nothing locked in. No other events locked in. Just lots of talking. Like I said earlier on in the video, we got a couple more messages from different promoters with some idea, match ideas. But they asked me to, keep it quiet until things are confirmed, until the match is locked in. But things are happening. I can definitely tell you that things are happening. Drew says, "Hells yeah, absolutely." Kalen says, "James, do you have a match upcoming on the Natty Bros?" I wonder. He just might. He just might. So let's see. Kalen says, hot take. Tim Lewis said James Road Mason's promo videos are goofy. LO, what do you think, friends? I love them. Well, I mean, I could definitely see him being goofy. I mean, I think he does a great job with the videos. When I say goofy, I'm not meaning as an insult. I just think that's part of James is a very funny guy. He likes the comedy. So it shows in his promo videos. I like them. I thought they were great. He's very dedicated, especially when he took, I don't know if you saw that one video when he dressed up as Thor, but he took that electrical tape and he made, what are they called? Like the nipple covers. I'm sure it was fine going on, but when he was done with the video, that must have been interesting, taking that tape off. So he's very, very, he's locked in. He's willing to make sacrifices. But we like James Rhodes Mason, so we might have him back on the next event. Kalen says, Nick, I see Chance called out Tim Breslin at the Natty Bros after your match. That'd be good. Yeah, that'd be an interesting one. That would be an interesting one. That would be interesting. Sub Dog says, my forerunner is named Olive Oil because Popeye meat never gives up on her, and my truck is named Denim Dan because it's denim blue, and I love the Canadian tuxedo. Those are great names. Those seem like the names that just didn't even have to think about them. They just showed up. My car I call the Black Pearl, and then my Jeep, I call it Wilbert. Like the pig. Wilbert the Jeep. Let's see. Kalen says they are goofy and hilarious and bring eyes to the sport. Yeah, he and Yusuf are the goats of promo and comedy. Yeah, they're definitely doing great out there. Definitely doing good. Making some noise. Sharon says, bro, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, man. Carolyn says, LO, I got to see this video. LO, I don't remember the electrical tape. LO. Well, if you ever happen to see it, look again and you'll know what I mean, because that looked like some pretty strong tape. Sharon says, locked and loaded with Christmas. That's what I'm talking about. 'Tis the season for merriness and gains. It's always the season for gains. Laurel, what's up? She says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. So let's see. Kaylin says, Sup, dog? That's awesome, bro. I see that Josh was mentioning you the other day. I was going to say, I thought you were from Alberta. Through the fingers. Hashtag Red Deer Club. I can't remember if he said, I think he's pretty close to there, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely the same continent, though. Definitely true. Kaylin says, Hey, Laurel, you've been getting the gains, sis? I think she has. And if she hasn't, don't worry. She can still get them in before Christmas is over. Oh, very nice. She says, Yes, Kaylin, I'm still working out. Awesome. 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 That's what I'm talking about. Laurel's ahead of the game. I still got to get in there and get the gains. So good for you, Laurel. You're ahead of the game. Kaylin agrees. She says, Laurel, heck yeah, let's go. Absolutely. Laurel says, Thank you, guys. Absolutely. I'm sure everyone's getting pumped up hearing that. Laurel's already getting the gains. I'm sure everyone's getting, starting to get that itch, get in the gym, whether it be their home gym, the commercial gym, or even if they just go out and, maybe lift some rocks or something, or in Sup Dog's case, shoveling the endless snow. That definitely stinks. I'm not the biggest fan of shoveling, as you know. I don't think there's too many people that enjoy shoveling. I'm sure there's definitely people out there that do. But I am glad I don't have to shovel today. That is funny. Let's see. I'm hitting some buttons on the screen, and it looks like I can play a game on while I'm YouTubing. I was trying to find the poll button, but there's a little thing that there's actually a whole bunch of games. I wonder if we can play a game while we're live in. That is very interesting. Maybe I'll try this right before we hop off, so if it messes up the live, we don't miss anything good. That is interesting. Just hitting some buttons, and I don't know if I've missed these or if they're new. Kaylin says weird, Nick. Yeah, definitely weird. Drew says yeah, can't hurt to try a low. So let's see. We got Thief Puzzle, Hide and Seek. Whole bunch of weird stuff. Emoji Puzzle, Draw Climber, Turbo Stars, Basket Battle. Game called Sandwich. That is funny. Any of those games sound interesting? Guess their answer? Maybe that might be one. Let's see. Rin says John Cena retires. That's all right. That's all right. But we're going to try one of these games. Let's see what happens. Maybe we'll try guess their answer. Oh, it looks like it's doing it. That is funny. So let's, can I still see the comments? I still can see the comments. That is funny. Hopefully that spells it right. Looks like we're winning. Whatever. We got more people. I guess we just keep on guessing. Anybody know any more yellow fruits? Kellen says, "Oh, nice job, Nick." Oh, thank you. I'm glad. Looks like we won. Oh, we got a little reward. Nice. Now, I think. Oh, there we go. Now I see all the little late piece of the YouTube. I got juice of pepper, grapefruit, lemon. Oh man, superhero. Josh would have been good for this one. Let's see. Any other superheroes? Whoops. Oh, must have spelled Akram. Oh, that's an easy one. I should have got that one. Oh, we still pulled it off, looks like. Let's see. All depend. This is a good question. We'll play. If not, we can do that, huh? I wonder if arm wrestling is considered a sport. Nope, not arm wrestling. Unless I spelled it wrong. We're doing good. Let's see. Oh, I already got it. All right, guys. That's enough of that game. And we are back. Well, that was a fun little experiment. Play a little video game. We'll have to play another one, at the another video sometime. Carolyn says that was funny. Definitely was. Little video games to get the brain going. Drew says that's different. So different games might do other things then. Yeah, definitely does. I wonder what the check. There's like, was it 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20 games. We got 20 games. So we got a lot of things we can mess around with. But guys, that's it for me. We're all done with the drink. So in about 15 to 30 minutes, we'll have another live up. We'll be in the gym. So keep your ears and the eyes open for the old notification bell. If you haven't hit it already, make sure you hit that notification bell so you never miss anything. Don't miss the gains or any of the fun stuff. Juices later, man. Absolutely. We'll see you later. Maybe we'll see you in the next video. But guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you very soon.